This video ends when I find a 5-star read. So, to start this video off, I'm going to start off with Powerful by Lauren Roberts, mostly because this is a library book and it's due back soon. And also because I did read Powerless not too long ago, so it's more fresh in my mind. And this is the book following immediately after Powerless. This book, I think it's like a in-between story. It's not like an official second book, if I'm not mistaken. But this follows the best friend of the female main character from the first book. So it follows Adina and some new guy that we don't know yet. And also almost maybe like 250 pages, so it shouldn't be a long read. The lines are pretty spaced out, so I think this should be a quick read. And at the time of making this video, Reckless is supposed to come out soon, and I want to finish this book before I get to Reckless. So let's start with this book. Let's go!
Pick a movie, I'll pick you up, we'll go eat sushi.
I was craving a donut and Moon got me a donut. I'm so excited.
Or we'll go downtown, with our best moves we can boogie. Oh.
Okay, I just finished Powerful and it was a really nice quick read. I mean, like I said, it's the story of Adina, which is Peyton's best friend. And you know how that story goes if you read Powerless, the first book. I honestly wasn't too interested in reading this book because I knew it was just like a side story. But actually, it was not bad. It was pretty interesting to read. I thought it was pretty cute. I mean, it has a love interest, so of course it's gonna be cute. I enjoyed the cute love story and I thought it was adorable, but this is not a full story and it's very obviously a side story for a side character, so it doesn't have as much depth as Powerless did. It can't be a 5-star because it's a okay, short, quick, okay. It's almost like a little novella. Star rating wise, I enjoyed reading it, so I would give this a 4.25 stars. It's over the 4-star mark because I really liked it, but it's not like it was a fully engulfing story. It was more like oh, this happened. This is the same timeline as Powerless, just in a different point of view from Adina. I was almost afraid that it was gonna get a little bit repetitive from the first book, but actually it didn't. It was okay. It was a fully its own side story kind of book. I liked it. And I can't wait for Reckless. I got a package. I'll show you what I got. I get so many packages, I should just probably get like an actual package box cutter thing so that I'm just not risking my fingers doing it with the scissors. I got myself another mic. Ooh. This one is in the white color, as you can see. Aww, and what is it called? A sitting cat or something, like the puffy thing that covers the microphone. This thingamajigger. It's in white too. How cute is that? I am really moving up in the YouTube tech world thing, kind of. Not really, but I like it. I'm gonna go get a sticker to liven this up a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this microphone decorated with a strawberry sticker. So now I want to decorate the new mic with the sticker. And I have all of these stickers here that I actually bought for my baby niece, but I bought so many different stickers that I think I can use a couple. But we have like the cherry blossoms, some hearts, some happy faces, maybe some food, ice cream. Which one should I use for my brand new microphone? Okay, nothing was really speaking out to me, so I just brought down a whole bunch more. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go for this one. I think that would be a good choice. Hello, hello, testing. Yay, it works! I actually had to ask Moon, my husband, for help. The instructions were not crystal clear and difficult, but isn't it cute with the little pink ribbon on there? It's so cute, how adorable. For the next read, I'm reading this in order of the library book due date because I need to return it and I need to hurry up and finish it. So without further ado, the next book is gonna be Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. And Annabelle Monaghan has that new book out. Oh, what's it called? So her most recently released book is Summer Romance, and I heard that's doing quite well. I've also heard very good reviews about Nora Goes Off Script. I want to read a cutesy romance book, so this is what I'm gonna go with. Nora Goes Off Script. Okay, so it looks like from the flap of the book, Nora is a screenwriter, but her husband leaves her and her 2 kids, and so she writes a script about it. That script is picked up from a very famous filmmaker, so they want to make it into a film. Great, right? A former sexiest man alive is going to be playing her ex-husband in the film. Can you guess what that would lead to? The actor is wanting to stay at her house for a week, thus giving them ample time for close proximity romance, is what it looks like. So I'm excited for this cutesy romance. I've heard nothing but good things about this. If it's not a 5-star, it's over a 4-star, at least from what I've seen from other reviewers. So I'm excited. Let's get to reading this book. I finished Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan last night, and I gotta be honest, I was a little bit skeptical when I was first starting off reading this book because I was like, I don't know if I care about these characters, but it pulled through because I really liked this book. I thought it was really cute. It's a romance book, so it follows a certain kind of storyline that you would expect it to. Usually in the third act breakup, I'm kind of like, yeah, this is such a big misunderstanding. Oh my gosh, roll my eyes. Oh, really? Like, you're really gonna think that way, or you're really gonna be like that? That's how I usually am. But with this one, I was like, how are they supposed to get back together after this? What the heck? No, I don't like you. But it pulled through. Which is one of the reasons why I think I'm giving it a higher rating. I thought it was a really well thought out third act breakup, and I was thrown for a loop there for a second. I was kind of like, oh, okay, fine. Okay. Unfortunately, this is not a 5 stars because I didn't really get into it at the beginning. But since I really like this book, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 stars. I just thought that it was lacking in the beginning where I couldn't really care for the characters. Also, once you read the book, you're gonna understand what I'm saying when I say I think the author missed an opportunity, because the whole premise of this book is that she's a divorced film writer and her ex-husband is just a jerk. No one likes him. It's very obvious in the beginning. I just thought that there was a missed opportunity for Nora to really show her ex-husband, hey, you were the problem all along and I hope you know it and I can tell it to your face. But otherwise, it was a really good book and I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a really quick read. It's like barely 300 pages, not even. I really encourage you to read it. I thought it was really a nice take. I enjoyed that she wasn't sobbing and really feeling sorry for herself. It was more like a, I'm glad you're gone out of my life. I'm just gonna be able to be vulnerable with myself, but also I don't need you. That was her character. I really liked her character. That's that. So unfortunately, since this is not a 5 stars and it was a 4.5 stars, we're gonna have to move on to our next book. Next in line is gonna be Ali Hazelwood's new book, Not in Love. Very excited for this one. It's also a lot thicker than I thought it would be. I don't know if her books are just getting thicker and thicker. Feels like Sarah J Maas is just like every book progressively gets thicker as she keeps writing them. But it looks like 378. So it's almost 400 pages, not really. I do have a lot more hope for this one. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what this book is about. It looks like he's part of a company that is supposed to be acquiring her company that she's a part of. And because of that, there's supposed to be some kind of tension and they're not supposed to like each other, but end up liking each other anyway because it's a romance book. So yeah, that's the gist of it. Hopefully it's a 5 stars. I know I'll like it for sure. I will not like it because it's an Ali Hazelwood. Let's get started.
You'll be my parachute, baby, know you'll catch me whenever I fall. It's like my laces untied, got me tripping.
Good morning. I got up to a little bit more than halfway last night and so far it's an okay story. Thus far, I feel like it's just about doing it with each other but not really doing it because she doesn't want to really do it, just like alternatively do it. Does that make sense? Now I know what they're kind of going through is that she works for a company that is being taken over by a different company, and he's part of that company who's taking over her company that she works for. But the owner of that company that she works for is a really close friend, and she feels like she owes a lot to her, and that's why she feels really a lot of hatred and animosity towards the company that's taking over. But it's also apparent that there's a big secret that the owner of her company is keeping, but we don't know what the secret is, and it might change the whole course of. It's okay. I'll be back after we eat lunch, but it's okay so far. I don't think it's gonna be a 5-star read. But the book is also due today from the library, so gotta finish it today. We'll be back after lunch. Bye. Back from lunch, so let's get to reading.
So don't be so mad. I know that it's easier said than done, and it feels like it's hopeless. Begging.
Phew. I was able to finish the book and return the book to the library back on time. Thank goodness. And I finished Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. Yes, another one of Ali Hazelwood's romance novels. It was a cute little story that honestly, I don't know let's just say it wasn't my favorite Ellie Hazelwood book. Love Hypothesis will still be my #1 all-time favorite. It is my first book in introduction into booktube and book talk, and it's just a really cute story. Whereas this one, Not in Love, was barely any plot, and I felt like it was just kind of them, you know, I feel like the majority of the book was pretty much that. Them just lusting after each other and trying to stay away from each other, but not really, because of the whole dynamic with the higher ups and like the past and blah blah blah. But it's just, there wasn't enough plot. The characters themselves were fine. They were someone you could root for, but also not someone you felt a deep connection with because you didn't really know too much about them and you weren't really developing the story with them. There's just like an obvious thing that there's a past. It's just obvious that us as the readers don't know what happened, but something happened and we're just basically waiting and waiting until we find out what happened, and then they tell us, and then the whole ending is just like a super fast, okay, let's wrap it up kind of thing. I wish it was a little bit smarter in that wrapping up portion. It didn't feel like the people were vindicated. It felt like, let's just move along. Let's just whatever. Fine. Whatever. It wasn't a super satisfying ending. Overall, I gave this a 3.75 stars because I wasn't swooning over everything. It was like an okay. Yeah. And then the whole relationship with her brother, it just wasn't like fully fleshed out. It seems like the author wanted you to not like the brother, but then I felt like I don't see what the big deal is. It's like an okay. Like there's obviously some tension there with her brother, but then you don't really like, oh, he's the worst person in the world. I understand how she feels. She has to cut ties with him or anything like that. It just felt like, oh, okay, well, that sucks that she has that kind of relationship with her brother. Basically, it's not a 5-star, so we're gonna have to move on. The next read will be Finley Donovan is Killing It by Elle Cosimono. I've actually already started this book. So far, I'm really liking this. So it looks like it's in the genre of general humorous fiction, and women's sleuths. It's a lighthearted book. It's about a woman who is named Finley. She's an author of like thriller novels, and so she writes about crime scenes and stuff like that. So she's talking about her next thriller book with her literary agent, but on the next table over, there's a woman eavesdropping on the whole conversation, misunderstanding Finley to be an actual hitman, and basically just wants to hire Finley to off her husband. She's not an actual hitman, so what is she supposed to do? But then it's very apparent that she obviously needs the money, and so she's like considering it. So it just turns into this whole chaos and fiasco, and so far I'm really liking it. It's not something that I would have picked up had it not been for Haley Pham, who has read it and gave it a good review. I would have been like a funny mystery thriller kind of thing. Like, how are you supposed to make that funny? But I kind of understand. It's like not super heavy. It's a little bit lighthearted, even though the contents are supposed to indicate otherwise. I'm only like a little bit over 100 pages in, and it's already like so jam-packed with so many things. It's like a very good change of pace compared to Not in Love by Ellie Hazelwood that just basically had no plot, and this one is just like filled with plot. I'm really enjoying this so far. I don't know if it'll be a 5-star read. I guess it depends on like how it'll end, but so far I'm really liking it. I do have good hopes for this one. So I'm gonna go back to work, and then we'll probably finish this book later tonight. We have some leftover chicken. So I'm just making Korean fried chicken. I'm really liking this book. It's very interesting to read that kind of book, but in like a almost like a soft-hearted manner, because I'm not scared of the dark when I'm reading this. I'm just like, oh, what the heck's gonna happen next? That's what you feel. You guys, we did it. We finished it. Yay! And do you know what else on top of that? 5 stars. Woo! This is a 5-star read. This book was so good. I didn't expect it to be that good. I was expecting to like it, but not like really enjoy myself and have it be a page turner and really care about what's gonna happen or what the mystery is. It was so nice to read. It was such a good, humorous, witty fiction book. When I hear about the premise of the story, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be such a dumb book. Because the premise, how are you accidentally in this situation. Like, it's gonna be so dumb, like, whatever. I've heard good reviews about it, why not read it? And then I read it and then it's like, oh wow, it's actually pretty good. It's really good. I was page turning. I was really into it. I was really wanting to know what happens next. I did read it slowly because it is a mystery book and I want to make sure that I have all the clues and I want to formulate my own opinions. I just thought it was really smart, and I love that I really care about the character, because sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're just like, okay, great, let's just have this keep moving forward and I just want to find out what the heck the mystery is. But this one, I really felt like she was a good person, and I really felt like even though she is in this situation, I still wanted to root for her and make sure things worked out for her in the end. I didn't know this was part 1 of 5 in a series. I think part 5 comes out later, if not already. So this is a mystery thriller book, right? I'm not wanting to continuously read and see like what kind of weird situation she's getting into and then have it be resolved. I just want this one good book and have this in my memory and have fondness for this book because of that good memory. However, I read the epilogue and I want to read the second book. So please, if someone has read the second book and liked it, or just if someone has read the second book, please tell me your opinion on it. I am dying to know. I want to know what happens because of what was teased in the epilogue, and I just don't want to be disappointed and have it ruin this book for me. I mean, is it perfect? No. Are there some stuff in here that I would kind of tweak a little bit where I feel like it could have been a little bit better? Of course, but no book is going to be 100% perfect, right? At least I just really enjoyed the reading experience and I really wanted to know what was going on and keep reading further, and that's that. So 5 stars, which means this video is coming to an end. I really thank you for joining along with me in this journey. I was afraid I wasn't gonna find a 5-star book, honestly. 5 stars. End of the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Maybe reason tossing